Hi class, this is the best practices video for the fun module. Once again, there was a lot of good posts. I was pleased with the quality. Um, the main takeaways for the fun module was applying the STAR and diet and seeing the organization as a system as opposed to uh, blaming employees when something goes wrong. And I think most of you get the idea that each module will be about taking models and theories or business tools and applying them to a situation. I want to show you some best practices here. Start off with here I've got Julia from the BYP group. Nice job, Julia. She's best practice on individual posts for this module. Notice how she used star and clearly marked it in bold, and she's got her narrative here, and then she has her discussion on IDC West. She comes down to the Oil Hat Joe scenario, and she applied the diet process, and once again was clear in marking that. And then she talked about an important term or concept, and for her it was the systems approach to an organization. And then her reaction. So she did a good job. Um, the next one, this is Allie from Splash. Nice job, Allie. Once again, look at her behavioral interview question, how she's used STAR and clearly marked it so it's really easy to follow. And then she provided her discussion on IDC West and candidates she liked and how she went about it. And down in Oil Hat Joe, she used the diet process, clearly marked it all the way through. And she kind of talked about the importance of STAR, which I agree that was an important concept from this module. And then has her reactions. So nice job, Allie. Uh, Team reports, first one up here, this is BYP as a best practice. They wrote a nice introduction. They mentioned star and diet in the intro and being important. They kind of did a summary on their behavioral interview question. Then they summarized IDC West simulation, which basically most of you applied star to that as well. And then Oil Hat Joe, and notice they even used diet in their team summary. So that was really good. And then they talked about diet being an important takeaway, and I agree. And also Hackman and Odom's quote on organization as a system. So um, this is and then they summarized reactions. So um, nice job. They had a conclusion too. Nice job to BYP. And the second best practice in team summaries, this is Splash. Nice job, Splash. You can see they summarize their behavioral interview question. They emphasize the importance of STAR. Then they summarized IDC West and what they did there. They went down in Oil Hat Joe, and same way they used diet in their summary, which was really good. Their important term or concept, they focused in on STAR, which I agree. STAR, diet, and the organization as a system were the big takeaways. And then you can see they kind of summarized their reactions and they wrote a conclusion. So BYP and Splash were best practices for team summary. So these are your best practices for the fundamentals module. I think they're good guides as well for the Grow module, so you may want to review these before you do your post for Grow. Thanks.